Hello, everyone. We are back with the analysis of IIM UG. We are going to see that at what score, what percentile we got, and how was the paper, as well as we are also going to see that what kind of tricks we can use to get the answers very quickly. With me, we have Siddharth sir and GP sir. So now let's start.
Yeah.
Siddharth sir. Now, this is the score is telling that this paper is a little bit on the easier side because if you see out of 180 at 170, we are getting 98.8 percentile. At 169 itself, we are getting 97 percentile. So as we are going lower, there are more differences. If you see this, so in logical reasoning, the four, 4, 5, 6 people have got 45 out of 45. Now that's uh, I would say either the paper was easy or students have done tremendously well.
Mm.
And someone got 84 in quant section, and that's I think I'm very happy about it. The paper was on a little easier side, but yes, and the English is also done very well. A lot of people got 41. Oh, nice. So that's it. What's your view on
So
verbal?
sorry, I was just driving, so just reached my destination.
Oh, oh.
I'm
Uh,
audible, right?
yes, yes,
Now
yes.
you are.
Yeah,
So,
1 minute,
sir,
sorry.
BA के paper
So
में
the verbal section for me was easy. I think if I compare it with the last mock, which for which we did the analysis, this one was easier than that also. Even that was easy, but this was easier than that because in that mock I remember there were quite a few words which could have created problem for the students. But in this particular mock, there were hardly any difficult vocab question. So I can see 41 marks, student getting 41 marks at and yeah, so English comprehension 98.8 percentile is 41 marks. If I'm not wrong, is that right, Shashank? That's how I
yes,
should
yes,
see
yes,
the table.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay, yeah. So any by any idea, has anybody scored 45 marks?
No,
Uh,
no
So
one
I
got
was
45.
expecting that at least 13, 14 सही तो लोगों के होंगे तो which is there. We can see that. And according to me, out of 15, if anybody has read it properly, attempted the section in say 30 minutes time, 30 minute भी मैं ज़्यादा बोल रहा हूँ. I don't think 30 minute लगता because एक ही passage था. And that passage would have taken what 8 to 10 minutes, even if somebody would have read it at a moderate pace, तो 8-10 minutes में वो खत्म हो जाता. And then there were grammar questions, hardly one parajumble question, which was also very straightforward. So I think in 25 minutes time, student could have got at least 10 to 12 right. So इसमें तो मेरे को लगता है at least 37-38 बनती है स्कोर करने की.
And no, no, actually, sir, one person from Bangalore got the total of 45 marks in VA. There is only one person.
Okay.
So in quant, the highest score is 90. Someone got all correct. In LR, as you can see, 45. A lot of people scored 45. So this was a paper that was, I think, doable. We will come back to that. Uh, this is the analysis. So if you see the uh, according to the data that I can see, question number 12, question number 15, these two questions has least accuracy in this paper. Both are
Can we
close to
can we see that those questions if you have the paper?
yes, yes, yes. Question number 12 and 15. Okay, so just give me a moment.
Within minutes, the Congress fired back, calling the Prime Minister the biggest nonsense. Though Rahul Gandhi stayed silent, Priyanka Gandhi went out saying raising issues sent trouble.
15 तो I think that was sentence complete para completion का question था.
I think just give me a moment. I am just sharing it. Um, Question number 12.
In the Lok Sabha, opposition
This one.
MPs won't show the slogans and after the discussion on the
Acha.
special
Grammar ka select the correct sentence that uses the conjunction to link the clauses of different tenses coherently. So basically, this is a question of parallelism. Although वो टेंस चेक कर रहा है, बट पैरेललिज्म का कॉन्सेप्ट जो होता है वो यही कि इफ देयर आर टू parts in a sentence, then the structure of that sentence should remain consistent, right? So isme that was the thing, and I think a student might have got confused between maybe B and D और बी एंड सी, कुछ एक ऑप्शन दो ऑप्शन ऐसे थे जिसमें बस थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन हो सकता है, बट एनीवन आई थिंक जो रीडिंग वगैरह करता है तो दैट पर्सन वुड हैव आइडेंटिफाइड कि इसमें सही आंसर क्या है। ऑल्दो एक्यूरेसी उतनी भी बुरी नहीं जितना मैं देखा था इसका ना, राइट, 50% से ऊपर है शायद।
A little greater than 50%. It is, I'm saying, as compared to other questions. In other
या
questions,
एज कम्पेयर टू अदर्स है।
so there are two questions that are close to 50-60% accuracy, and rest all the questions have accuracy more than
Right.
75%. So only in these two questions, I think the problem was there. Now, question number 15. This was the question number 15.
Yeah, so this is something जो लास्ट वाले टेस्ट में मेरे ख्याल से नहीं था। चूज द सेंटेंस दैट बेस्ट कंप्लीट्स द पैसेज। So in these type of questions, students, what you really need to look at is, I look at three things. The most important thing for me is what has been discussed in the last line. तो लास्ट वाली लाइन के आइडिया को कैरी फॉरवर्ड करना होता है। कोशिश ये नहीं करना चाहिए कि समरी देना है ना, समरी नहीं पूछा है हमसे, पूछा है कि पैसेज को कंप्लीट करना है, तो इट इज लाइक अ स्टोरी दैट हैज टू बी कंप्लीटेड, राइट? सो इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज व्हाट इज बीइंग डिस्कस्ड इन द लाइन व्हिच इज लास्ट इन द पैसेज, एंड ओवरऑल जो थीम होती है उस थीम को ध्यान में रख करके वी नीड टू मार्क द आंसर। टोन को मैच करना जरूरी। सो इफ यू लुक एट दिस क्वेश्चन, इट टॉक्स अबाउट एंटी माइक्रोबियल रेजिस्टेंस एंड रीशेप्ड ग्लोबल पब्लिक हेल्थ। ठीक है, तो ग्लोबल पब्लिक हेल्थ के बारे में बात कर रहा है, एंटी माइक्रोबियल रेजिस्टेंस, हाउ इट हैज शेप्ड इट। ठीक है, द लास्ट लाइन टॉक्स अबाउट दिस रियलिटी अंडरस्कोर्स द इनएडिक्वेसी ऑफ आउटडेटेड स्ट्रेटजीज एंड डिमांड्स इनोवेटिव अप्रोचेस। लास्ट लाइन में बात कर रहा है कि हम जो अभी कर रहे हैं वो इनएडिक्वेट है, स्ट्रेटजीज इनएडिक्वेट है और इनोवेटिव कुछ करना पड़ेगा, इसको आगे लेकर के जाना है। ठीक है, ध्यान रखो, टेम्पटिंग ऑप्शन सारे लग सकते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल बी भी लग सकता है कि फंड्स की कमी है, ये भी बोल सकता है। देखो, बोलने का तो कुछ भी बोल सकता है। इफ समबडी हैज टू कंटिन्यू द स्टोरी देन इट कैन बी कंटिन्यूड इन एनी फॉर्मेट, राइट? किसी भी तरीके से कर सकते हो, बट कंसिडर करो कि टोन क्या थी। इसने कोई ऐसे नेगेटिव बात अभी तक के किसी के तरफ भी नहीं की कि फंडिंग की प्रॉब्लम है या कुछ और क्राइसिस है। सो वो वाली बातें हुई ही नहीं है। सो अननेसेसरली बी को लेकर के आने का कोई मतलब ही नहीं था। ठीक है, सी देखते हैं। Thus, older methodologies remain adequate for short-term outbreaks. ये तो बिल्कुल ही एलिमिनेट हो गया, बिकॉज अभी उसने बोला था कि हमारी स्ट्रेटजीज आउटडेटेड हो गई हैं। फिर यहाँ पे बोल रहा है ओल्डर मेथोडोलॉजीज रिमेन एडिक्वेट, ये आउटडेटेड हो गया। तो हमारा जो बचता है ए और डी। डी को देखते हैं, मॉडर्न फार्मास्यूटिकल टेक्निक्स आर रेयरली यूजफुल इन दीज क्राइसिस, ये काम का नहीं लग रहा है। ए बोल रहा है कि कॉन्सिक्वेंटली कोलैबोरेशन, बोल रहा है अभी हमारे को इनोवेटिव अप्रोचेस की जरूरत है, कॉन्सिक्वेंटली हमें कोलैबोरेशन करना पड़ेगा, इट बिकम्स इंडिस्पेंसेबल अगर हमें आगे बढ़ना है ड्यूरेबल सॉल्यूशन के साथ। तो लुक एट दी ओवरऑल फ्लो ऑफ द पैसेज और उसको आगे कंटिन्यू करना, दैट इज हाउ यू शुड लुक एट सॉल्विंग दीज क्वेश्चंस।
So,
राइट शशांक, आई डोंट थिंक दैट देयर वाज एनी अदर क्वेश्चन जो मुझे लगता है कि उतना डिस्कशन की जरूरत थी, बट इफ स्टूडेंट्स हैव एनी डाउट इन एनी क्वेश्चन देन वी आई मे टेक दैट।
so, so till now there are no doubts. So let's move on to the next section. So basically, if anyone has any
ओवरऑल
doubts,
सच अ सिंपल पेपर, आई डोंट थिंक कोई खास डाउट्स रहे होंगे इसमें।
so let's see about the other sections. Let's move towards our quant and other things. So basically, this is quant. So if you see question number 44, question number 29, uh, these two questions that have very less accuracy. Question number 29 has an accuracy of close to 30%. Question number 44 has an accuracy close to 15 to 20%. And rest in all the questions, students have performed very good. But if you see question number 35 has decent accuracy, but number of attempts are very low. The same goes for question number 40. The accuracy is good, but accuracy is decent, but number of attempts, I don't know why they have gone so less in these two particular questions. So let's see these questions that what exactly was asked in these questions. GP sir.
Yeah.
Now this is Quant.
Yeah, देखो, when I look at the paper before we go on to the individual questions, पहली चीज यही है, he has the scores also telling. The good thing is that most students have scored well, and I would also attribute this to the level of difficulty. Okay, for us. So the important thing in such a paper is that you don't make mistakes. And I think that is very positive, because many people think easy paper है तो score अच्छा आ जाएगा, लेकिन नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Because in easy paper, very few students tend to get excited, and then they start, let's say, moving fast and start making mistakes. So that is something which has to be avoided, which I'm happy that many students have been able to avoid that trap. ठीक है, तो अब इस वाले सवाल पे आ जाते हैं. पहला, I think it's a straightforward question, no issues at all. 7 non-collinear points on the plane or maximum number of straight lines that can be drawn. एक लाइन के लिए 2 ही पॉइंट्स चाहिए हैं. So 7C2 should be the answer straight away. So in fact काफी सवाल है.
This one.
ये सवाल जिसको जो कहते हैं, this is your जुगाड़ question when it says the digits of two-digit number differ by 6. So कोई दो dates ले लो where the number dated by 6. What is the difference between the number formed by the, okay, and yeah, कोई number ले लो, 71 17 ले लिया, 23 82 ले लो, 94 49 ले लो. Take any two stupid number, any number, उसका reverse करो और कर दो. Now the important thing to understand about this kind of a question is ये जनरल केस है, यानी ये जो भी ऐसे केसेस होंगे सबके लिए वैलिड होगा. So rather than working with a general case, you should not take the numbers 10A plus B and 10B plus A. ठीक है, so उसके जनरल केस की जगह, क्योंकि उसमें आपको इक्वेशन मिलेगी, the question giving me a value. ठीक है, तो दूसरी चीज इसमें एक और जो देख सकते हो, अगर चॉइसेस को देखते, चॉइसेस से भी आइडिया लग जाता है, आंसर बी या सी ही हो सकता है. 44 रिवर्स कर दिए डेट्स को, but that is not a foolproof thing. What is foolproof is take any number, do the reverse and get the answer by taking the difference. Yeah.
This one.
क्या ये तो आना चाहिए ना, मैथ्स में सबको आती होगी.
Straightforward round 1 question.
Round one मैं बोलूंगा, because इसमें जो है, all you need to do is the product of slopes is equal to -1. M1 into M2 should be -1. ये तो मालूम होना चाहिए है. And slope I'm sure सबको निकालने आती है.
Right. This one.
Again ये भी वो सवाल है शशांक, जिसमें सोचना नहीं है. It says average of 7 consecutive numbers is then take in the numbers to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, average आ गई इसकी 4. Next 4 numbers are also added, 8 9 10 11 भी ऐड कर दिया. Average क्या होगी इसकी? 6. What is the increment? 2. So again, this is like the earlier question जो हम कहते हैं कि 71 70 ले लो, 52 25 ले लो, or whatever that number is उसमें. So all you need to do is look at a specific case.
Right. The next one. This is, I think, pretty straightforward formula based. Again, that is round 1.
हाँ, फॉर्मूला लगाना है इसमें, तो 2ab upon a plus b. इसमें देखो, इसमें सीधा फॉर्मूला जहां पे है वहां पे सोचना नहीं चाहिए. If going from point A to B, your speed is A kilometers per hour. Coming back from B to A, your speed is B kilometers per hour. Average speed will be 2ab upon a plus b. सीधा फॉर्मूला याद होने चाहिए कुछ, and this kind of straightforward formula you should never forget.
This one.
Yeah. Okay. दोनों तरीके बता दो शशांक इसमें दो तरीके
Uh,
हैं करने के.
so basically this value is always going to be positive because this is in a mod. So what we are going to do, the one thing we can do, we can directly differentiate this so that we can minimize this can't be minimized because this is constant. So to minimize this, one of the approaches is you can directly differentiate, that is 2x square plus 12x plus 41, and if you differentiate you are going to get 4x plus 12, and that's equal to 0. So x comes out to be minus 3, put x equal to minus 3. That is one of the ways, right? Now,
And just to be sure, f double dash x or second differential will be positive, so this is a case of minimum.
so in the next case, in the next approach, what we can do, we can just start going by hit and trial.
Start putting values.
If
खाली
you
इसमें
don't
ये
know,
ख्याल रखना है x की वैल्यू नेगेटिव लेनी चाहिए है पॉजिटिव नहीं. If you're just taking the values of x, so x को 0 या 1 या 2 लोगे तो वैल्यू बढ़ती जाएगी. 0 पे 41 है, 1 पे it will increase, 2 पे it will increase further. So you have 2x square plus 12x plus 41. 2x square पॉजिटिव है, 41 पॉजिटिव है, तो अगर वैल्यू घटानी है तो x को नेगेटिव होना होगा.
right? So just keep on putting couple of values. So you are going to get 2 minus 12 plus 41 minus 4. So this is going to be the value that you are going to get. So if you put x equal to minus 2, you are going to still going to get even lower value. I think that value comes out to be minus 25. Now, if you put x equal to minus 3, then you are going to reach at the minimum value. So this is the approach that you can take. You can, if you don't know that you have to differentiate, then what you can do, you can just start plugging in and going on the negative side. So you are going to get minimum value.
No, I would believe कि since this the eligibility criteria for this exam is you should have maths in 11th 12th. तो ये इतना
Right.
तो आना चाहिए कि फर्स्ट डिफरेंशियल निकाल के इक्वेट टू 0 करके आंसर निकल जाएगा.
Right. This one.
Yeah, assume the cost price should be 100 and start calculating.
Right. And I think
If he makes a
that
profit
is
of 114 rupees, then selling price becomes 114. This is equal to 75% of mark price. So mark price should be 114 into 4 by 3.
the mark price is x, 25% discount. So it means 75% or 3 by 4 of x is going to be 114. And from here, we can easily get the values. This is going to be what? 3 and
38.
38. So
38.
directly we are going to get the value of mark price, that is going to be 152. Then 30% discount on this, that comes out to be close to 45. So answer looks like this.
8% से कम होगा.
This one. So now this is a question of limits. In limits, what we have already discussed in the previous analysis session. So if you put x equal to minus 3, the numerator becomes 0 as well as denominator becomes 0. So to solve these kind of questions, we are going to use L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule says that whenever you get a 0 by 0 form or infinite by infinite form, always go with differentiation. Differentiate numerator as well as differentiate denominator, but because I'm getting this number, more likely I'm going to leave it for later. So this is, I would say, it's a round 2 question because it is going to take me some time. I'm going to prefer to look at other questions instead of solving this.
See, please understand, we are not saying कि solve नहीं हो सकता. All we are saying is इसमें थोड़ा time लगेगा. इसलिए बेहतर ये है कि बाकी सवाल कर लो, बाद में आके कर लेना. You can always come back to the question if you have time in the end. And इस पेपर में तो I'm sure time था वापस आके करने के लिए.
Right. Now the next question, again, if you want to make it continuous, so again you got the same thing, that is this should be equal to this. So again, if you put x equal to 3, numerator becomes 0, denominator becomes 0. So directly differentiate numerator, so that is going to be minus 2x upon 1. Now put x equal to 3, so that comes out to be minus 6. Directly you get the value. So again, I'm going to use L'Hospital rule in this as well. And I'm getting the answer in less than a minute. So that's the reason I will prefer doing these kind of questions instead of this one. So I would take this question. I'm not saying it's difficult, but I would do it later. But I would do this question then and there itself. I would say it is a round one question. This one.
आई एम श्योर इसमें कहीं तकलीफ आई क्या लोगों को? Have you
No,
looked
no.
at the
The
see again
this
when you look at this particular data, numbers are comfortable. Okay, and when you look at the questions also, you'll find that they are not difficult. And the data diya hua hai, once you read it, you'll be able to understand, and then hence you should do it. After all, this is a set of 3 questions, na?
a set of 3 questions.
हाँ. So इसको करना चाहिए. Again, one of the strategy many people use is कि चलो इनको बाद में कर लेंगे. I'm okay with that also. But these are because there are 3 questions and the data you don't leave it before you decide करना है कि नहीं करना. Just read the data. Shashank, if you can go to the previous slide. हाँ, ये पूरी कहानी पढ़ लो and ask yourself समझ आया कि नहीं. समझ आ गया तो immediately करके निकल जाओ. Provided you think time नहीं लगेगा. अगर नहीं समझ आया है, don't worry about it. Leave it. फुर्सत में टाइम होगा तो आके बाद में देख सकते हो. So it is extremely important you go through the data before you decide. Don't decide purely on the basis of the numbers which are given there. Okay.
I would say it can be round 1 if you understand in one go. I would say it's round 2 if you don't understand in one go. Now Shubhang has said that you can rationalize. Definitely, Shubhang, you can definitely rationalize. But the thing is, again, solve that particular question by rationalizing it and see how much time you are going to take. If you are going to take more than 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes, then it automatically becomes round 2 question, because there are going to be a lot of questions that you can solve in less than a minute or less than 1.5 minutes.
शुभांग इशू ना इन पेपर्स में ये नहीं होता है कि आप कर सकते हो कि नहीं कर सकते. Many times the issue is कितने टाइम में कर सकते हो. And if you look at the 2 questions where we have used the L hospital rule in both the questions, rule वही है. एक में कैलकुलेशन में कम टाइम लगेगा, एक में ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा. So that is the only reason why we are saying it is something we can defer it for later, and we are not saying end में टाइम होगा तो बिल्कुल आके कर लेना. But ये नहीं होना चाहिए है कि in trying to do a question which is taking you 2, 3, 4 minutes, you miss out on 2, 3 questions which are 1 minute questions each. So remember, it is important to attempt all the easy questions and then worry about the medium or the difficult questions.
Now, this question.
Question 27 कौन सा था जो someone say इसमें?
27 of, I think we need to solve the whole set.
Last वाला होगा.
Yeah.
But solution डाल दिया ना, वो solution का एक बार वीडियो देख लो उसमें, because this will mean solving the entire set उसमें.
So Krishna, video solutions are already there. I would say that go have a look. And we are also going to have Jugaad or overview video by tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. And for mock 5 overview and I would say the Jugaad solution is already uploaded. Go to booster analysis and you will find it there. Now, this is a question we have log as well as we have inside log. We have some function. When I was solving this, I took some time, I would say 1.5 to 2 minutes. So I would prefer not solving this then and there. So for me, this particular question is going to be a round 2 question. Because it took me some time. It's not difficult. You can solve it. You know what is the log of ln x, that is 1 by x, and you can start solving from there. But I would prefer not do it then and there itself. Now, this one. This question number, I would say this is question number 29. So in this question, accuracy is very low. So let me solve this question. And what does it say? So we have seen in the last session as well that what is integration? Integration is nothing but the area under the curve. Yeah. Integration is nothing but the area under the curve. Now, I am going from -2 to 4. So x is -2, x is 4. Now the question says function lies between 4 and 5. And if I want to minimize, so it means I am going to take the functional value only as So I am going to get this area. So this length becomes 6. This length becomes 4. So total area comes out to be 24, and that's it. If question says what is the maximum possible value, in that case, I am going to take the value of function as 5. So in that case, my answer is going to be 5 into 6, that's going to be 30. So that is pretty straightforward, and answer is going to be 24. Now, the next one, the so the value of a and b, so that minus 5 and 2 are the roots of the equation. So GP sir,
इसमें
what
सीधा
should
sum
we
of roots and product of roots निकाल लो. Sum of roots is nothing but minus a by 3. Product of roots is 5b.
No, actually, I think if you do sum of roots, that is going to be minus. What is sum of roots? That is going to be minus 3. If I add both
Minus
the
3.
roots, so a
So
directly
a
comes
equal
out to
to 3. Now a is 9 आते ही तुम्हारा आंसर निकल गया, तुम्हें b निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है. So one of the things you should do is in question where you have to find multiple things. The first thing you find, you go to the choice and eliminate. Now you look at this question, a equal to 9, answer आ गया, you don't have to worry about others. So, about b. But supposing we would have checked b, तो क्या होता? 5b equal to minus 10. Okay, यही आएगा ना?
5b by 3 is equal to minus 10.
So 5b by 3 is, sorry, 5b by 3 is equal to minus 10. My mistake. Okay. So that means b is equal to minus 6. अब अगर supposing b निकाला minus 6 आ गया, only one choice has it. So I would have not bothered about a. So a पहले निकाल दिया तो भी आंसर मिल जाता है, b निकाल लिया तब भी आंसर मिल जाता है. तो आदत होनी चाहिए है कि once you have read the question, you have done half the work, go to the choices, eliminate choices. And many times you'll find you don't need to do the complete work, because after all 9 एक ही choice में, तो वही आंसर हो सकता है और कोई नहीं हो सकता.
This one, the height of cylinders is given, diameters is given. So assume the heights are 3 and 7, and assume the diameters are 7 and 6, and you will get the answer.
Yeah.
So again, it is going to be
इसको
simply
दूसरा ये भी ले सकते हो. After all, cylinder है, volume of a cylinder is pi r square h. Or volume is proportional to square of radius, and the volume is proportional to height. So if the height is in the ratio of 3:7, the volume should be in the ratio of 3:7.
right.
And the diameter in the ratio of 7:6, that means the volume should be in the ratio of 7 square is to 6 square. Okay. So अगर V1 upon V2 लेते हैं तो 3 upon 7 into 7 square upon 6 square.
So when I solved it, so I thought I need to square this, and so this is going to be 49, right? So my numerator should be multiple of 7, and there is only one option that's multiple of 7. So I got the answer as 7.
बट जो पहली चीज शशांक ने बोली थी ना, आई थिंक वो इम्पोर्टेंट है. इवन इफ यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड रेशियोज, वेयर कोई बात नहीं, हाइट ले लो 3 centimeters and 7 centimeters of the two cylinders and take their diameter as 7 and 6 and calculate कर लो. रेशियो फिर भी सही नहीं आ जाएगा इसमें, क्योंकि अगेन जो पहले बोला था, जनरल केस दिया हुआ है, हमें स्पेसिफिक केस बनाना है. बिकॉज हाइट 3-7 हो या 6-14 हो या 9-21 हो, एक ही बात है. इट इज द रेशियो विच इज इंपॉर्टेंट. तो जब भी जनरल केस दिया, स्पेसिफिक केस बना दो, विच इज व्हाई taking the radius, the heights to be 3 centimeters, 7 centimeters, and diameters to be 7 and 6 centimeters is good enough. Calculate volumes, take the ratio, and go on to the next question. Pi तो वैसे भी कट ही जाएगा दोनों में.
So again, this is going to be around 1. Now this one,
इसकी accuracy क्या है इसमें?
32.
हाँ.
Or the question number 32.
32 का.
32
I think it's a super
accuracy
straightforward
is close,
question. Maybe.
close to 50%.
अच्छा, इसमें क्यों?
I don't know. 4 boys and
5
5
girls
girls.
are sitting on the bench. हाँ.
So 5 girls and 4 boys.
Boys के पास 6 जगह है बैठने के लिए.
So it is simply going to be 5 factorial into 4 factorial divided by 9 factorial. That is the only possible answer. So I think we can easily get the answer. And And I would say, GP sir, we have to do nothing. Answer directly looks as C. And why so? You don't have to open it because you need to understand you are going to get 6 into 7 into 8 into 9, and denominator is multiple of 7, but numerator is not. So 7 will 7 of the denominator will not be cancelled out. So in my final answer, denominator should be a multiple of 7. And that is there only in one option.
तो सिद्धार्थ भी आ गया है. Siddharth, you can also. I don't know if the students, I don't know if the students know you know Quant also. वो तुम्हें खाली इंग्लिश समझ के ना बैठे हुए हो.
Now, so basically in this question, what did I do? I simply thought that this number should be a perfect square. I put 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 4, and 6. So when I put 1, so this becomes 1 by 2. So 1 can't be the answer because I'm not looking for any number that's in fraction. I put 2. So this is root 13. So this can't be the answer. I put 4. So that is going to be 49. Root 49 is 7. I got the answer. So I marked the answer as option C. That's it. I didn't do anything else in this particular question. So I didn't solve the whole log thing because I thought it is going to be a lot trickier and other things. So what I simply did, I have assumed that I have taken the values from the option, put it in the original equation and see where it becomes a perfect square. And that's it. So I would say it is again a round one question that we can solve it very easily. Otherwise, this question is actually going to be very tricky because eventually you are going to get this. So this is not a very nice question to see.
शशांक एक मिनट पीछे जाओगे. मुझे लगता है हमने कुछ गलत तो नहीं बोल दिया. एक मिनट जस्ट गो पीछे.
This one.
नहीं इसके पीछे.
This one.
This will be ये 6 फैक्टोरियल होगा ना. 6 फैक्टोरियल into 5 फैक्टोरियल. Because boys have 6 positions to sit. 5 लड़कियां हैं तो 6 कैप्स हो गए ना.
Right. I made a mistake.
वही लग रहा था कुछ गलती कर रहे हैं इसमें हम.
No. Basically, it is going to be, this is 5 girls and there are going to be 6 places. So for 6 places, it is going to be 64 into 4 factorial. Into what? 5 factorial for girls divided by 9.
इसको सिंपल भी कर सकते हैं ना. The 5 girls can sit in 5 factorial ways. हाँ ठीक है. वो 6 हाँ ठीक है. 64 कर देना बस. 64
but I think the way I got my answer, I got the right.
नहीं उसमें तो कोई डिबेट नहीं है. Denominator should be a multiple of 7. उसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है मुझे.
So denominator is a multiple of 7. So yeah, this is wrong. This was my fault. I made a mistake over here. So denominator.
64 into 4 factorial या सीधा 6 factorial भी तो लिख सकते थे. नहीं 6 factorial कैसे होगा? I stupid. नहीं sorry, my mistake. 64 into 4 factorial. ठीक है एकदम.
This one A1, A2, A3 are in AP.
तो बहुत अच्छे सॉल्यूशन दिया तुमने.
So what did I
Actually,
do?
एग्जाम को स्टूडेंट जो है उनसे पूछो उनके हिसाब से क्या करना चाहिए.
So yeah, how should this question be done?
Any one of you, can you just write in the chat box
that what should be the approach of this particular question, that how you are going to do it? Are you going to break it into 2 determinants and add them or something like this?
Again, this is a very good example of जो हमने थोड़ी देर पहले बोला. जनरल केस दिया हुआ है तो स्पेसिफिक केस बना लो.
Right.
अगर इसको स्पेसिफिक केस बनाओगे तो आंसर बहुत जल्दी आ जाता है. Because what is the condition given? A1, A2, A3 and AP. So Shashank, you take over from there because तुम्हारा solution है, मेरा नहीं है ये.
So what I did, I have assumed A1, A2, A3. I have taken it as 3 to 1.
So understand why A3 to 1? Because 3 to 1 is AP. So हमने condition of the question satisfy कर दी है. जब भी we are looking at taking a specific case, you need to make sure that the condition of the question is not violated. What is the condition? A1, A2, A3 have to be in AP. If A1, A2, A3 are 3 to 1, there is an arithmetic progression with first term as 3 and common difference as -1. Okay.
So basically in this question, there are two columns that are same. So the value of determinant directly becomes zero. So I got the answer because all of us know that if the value of two rows or two columns are same, then the value of determinant becomes zero. So that's what I did. I tried to make it two columns equal. Instead of that, if you want, you can also take it as 642. Then this column and this column will be equal, and eventually determinant is going to be zero. So doesn't make a difference. You take 3 to 1 or 642. Now, this one, this is, I would say, not a difficult question. This is definitely, if you know about even function or odd functions, then this is going to be a pretty easy question. Um, I would say it's a round one question. You can draw the graph and get the answer very quickly. So this is a round one question. You can easily solve it. You should write it as minus 2 to 2 x square upon modulus x dx plus 2 to 3 x square upon mod x dx. Um, and then just do 2 times, and this is going to be 0, and you solve it from there. You will get the answer quickly. Now, in this particular question of standard deviation, I was thinking in this particular question of standard deviation, I thought that what if there are six numbers or seven numbers or eight numbers or 10 numbers? In this particular question, there are only four numbers. But what if you have 10 numbers? Then what would you do? How will you calculate standard deviation? So so basically there is one general concept that is standard deviation is always less than equal to range by two. So first of all, figure out what is the range. So range is definitely it is going to be 9. So I can say standard deviation is definitely less than equal to 4.5. This is the first thing I have done. Now, second thing, what is the average? Average comes out to be 7. So now I am just simply calculating a standard deviation for this. So now this is 7. 3 minus 7 is 4. And 12 minus 7 is 5. 4 square is 16. 5 square is what? 25. So sum comes out to be 41. This is what I did. And even if there are 7 numbers or 8 numbers or something like this, I'm still going to take the extreme values. Divided by 4, because number of terms are 4. So this becomes 10 point something. Take the root. And the value is going to be close to 3.3. This is what I am getting if I am ignoring all the middle numbers. If you going to add up all the middle numbers, the value is going to be increasing and it is going to be little more than 3.3. And there is only one option that gives you value that's little more than 3.3. That's option B. That's
इसमें
how
भी या इसमें जो है ना सम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स विल हैव अ प्रॉब्लम कि चॉइसेस के साथ कैसे डील करना है. ठीक है, लुक एट दिस. चॉइस ए तो क्लियर है, चॉइस बी क्या है? 3 into अंडर रूट ऑफ 1.5. व्हाट इज अंडर रूट ऑफ 1.5? नहीं मालूम है तो कोई बात नहीं, स्क्वायर करके देख लो. 11 square is 121, 12 square is 144, 13 square 169. So 1.2 square will be 1.44 and 1.3 square will be 1.6. So 1.25 ले लो, 1.23 ले लो. So 3 into 1.25 will be roughly 4 point something. Okay. And what you are looking at a value which is much lesser than that. Okay. And दूसरा thing, similarly, if you look at 3 under root 2 by 3, okay, 2 by 3 is 0.66. And what will be the square root? The square root of 0.66. Okay.
close to 0.8.
Again. Okay. 8 square is 64. So 0.8 square will be 0.64 plus point. So 3 into 0.8. Okay. Similarly, the third one, 5 by 3 is 1.66. Okay. Again, I will say it is approximately 1.3. 13 square is 169. So 1.3 square is 1.69. So ये approximation की आदत डालनी होगी, so that if the calculations are not difficult, at least you can do it without writing at all.
Right. So, Noor, what did I do? I have calculated the average and I have calculated standard deviation only with the extreme values. And I got some value, and I know that if I'm going to consider other numbers, then my standard deviation is going to increase a little. Got it, Noor? Now, this is a very standard question of our Trigo. So I would say it is a round one question. Uh, we have seen these kind of questions a lot.
Again, शशांक एक मिनट, just go back to the previous question. I think हमने पिछले वाले सेशन में भी बात किया था that 30 60 90 and 45 45 90 के रेशियो याद रखना है. And this is again the same thing. 30 60 90 right triangle, the side opposite 30 degree if it is x, the side opposite 60 degree has to be x root 3 and the hypotenuse has to be 2x. ये याद रखोगे तो बहुत जल्दी हो जाएगा. Now in this particular question, Mauritania on top of like 300 meters above sea level. So x is equal to 300. Observe angle of depression on the same side of cliff to be 30 degree and 60 degrees. ठीक है, तो अगर डिप्रेशन 30 डिग्री है, एक 60 का बना दो, एक 30 का बना दो यार. नहीं, this is on the same side of the cliff.
Oh, same side, sorry.
तो सेम साइड पे एक 30 डिग्री का डिप्रेशन बना दो, एक 60 डिग्री का बना दो.
And the height is 300.
The height is 300. Now you can calculate whatever you want. ठीक है, so अगर height 300 है and this is opposite 60 degree, then it should be 300 upon root 3. Similarly, if you look at the angle is 30 degrees, there is side opposite 30 degree is this will be 300 root 3. So answer is effectively 300 root 3 minus 300 upon root 3.
That's it.
Yeah. तो 30 60 90 का रेशियो याद रखो, 45 45 90 का रेशियो याद रखो. कैलकुलेशन में टाइम बहुत बच जाता है.
This one,
सिंपल कैलकुलेशन वाला था थोड़ा बहुत. I don't think something to be really worried about.
okay. Noor, in matrix question, I simply assume the values as 3 to 1. This one. Now, this particular question is saying that which of the following is false. First one is true. Every set is.
शशांक एक मिनट, आई थिंक वो नूर के क्वेश्चन पे एक बार जाओ. आई डोंट थिंक फंडा क्लियर हुआ है नूर को, उसमें जाओगे. हाँ, जस्ट इसको क्लीन कर दो. हाँ, इसको क्लीन कर दो एक बार, इरेज ऑल कर दो. हाँ, नूर, नाउ लुक एट दिस. The value of this matrix or this determinant will be the same irrespective of what are the values of A1, A2, A3, subject to A1, A2, A3 being in arithmetic progression. So A1, A2, A3 आप 1, 2, 3 ले लो, 5, 7, 5, 7, 9 कुछ भी ले लो, इसकी वैल्यू सेम ही आएगी. Because look at the choices, that is in terms of कहते हैं the values of x. तो आपका कुछ multiple of x आ जाएगा. So all we need to do is take values of A1, A2, A3 which makes our life comfortable. Important चीज होती है कि आपको जो वैल्यू लेनी है उसमें दो चीज ख्याल रखनी है. एक तो कंडीशन वायलेट नहीं करनी. कंडीशन क्या है? A1, A2, A3 are in AP. सेकंड क्या चीज करनी है? हमारी कैलकुलेशन उससे आसान हो जाए. कैलकुलेशन आसान कब होगी? जब A1, A2, A3 को आप 3 to 1 ले लोगे या 6 4 2 ले लोगे. ठीक है, so the moment you do that, your calculation have become easy and you are not violating the condition. आपका आंसर आ जाता है उसके साथ. याद रखो, this is true for all values of A1, A2, A3 which are in AP. So मैं अपनी वैल्यूज लूंगा ताकि मेरे को कैलकुलेशन कम लगे और मेरे को तकलीफ कम हो और आंसर जल्दी आ जाए.
Now this question is simply saying that which of the following is false. Every set is its own subset. That is true. There can't be any number that's greater than 7 and less than 4. So it has to be null set. This is true. Mod n is less than 4. It means n should be lying between -3 and 3. Integral values, right? So can it have 9 elements? Definitely not. So this is the only statement that is false. So that is there in this. So this was pretty straightforward and easy one. This one, GP sir.
The revenue function of college is given by this function. Okay, find the value of x if college realizes maximum possible revenue. Okay, now maximum possible revenue के लिए क्या करोगे यार? Okay, the default is maximum के लिए differentiate कर दो. Okay, and if you notice the second differential will come out to be negative, which means it's going to be a case of maximum. Okay,
and you can also solve it like this. If you take 48 in common, if you know every number is a multiple of this, take 48 in common, and now you can just plug in the values of x, you will get the answer.
Yeah. ठीक है, so इसमें दो तरीके differentiate कर लो या x की value substitute कर दो. So if x is equal to 1, after all 48 into 10 to the power 7 तो common हो गया सबके लिए. जिसमें bracket की value is the highest, that should be the answer.
This one. Now, in this particular question, the first thing that everyone should know that what is a similar matrix. So similar matrix is a matrix where determinant of that matrix is 0. So my job is to make this whole thing as 0. Put x equal to 1. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Two columns, 2 rows has become equal. It means determinant becomes 0. So answer comes out to be option A.
Another example of general case दिया है, specific case बनाओ अपना to verify. Okay.
So I think just use the options and get the answer. These kind of questions.
इसमें एक और just go back एक बार. इसमें supposing strike नहीं करता क्या चेक कर क्या डालें x की वैल्यू choices से उठा के डाल दो ना. So it is you should look at the choices when you are doing these papers. Choices को देख के साथ में काम करना है. मेरे को मालूम है x की वैल्यू क्या सब्स्टिट्यूट करनी है, नहीं मालूम है तो कोई बात नहीं, choices से उठा के डालूंगा. I'll put +1 या -1, एक चेक करूंगा, आ गया तो सही है, नहीं आया तो दूसरी चॉइस चेक कर लूंगा.
This is a question that I won't do in the exam. Until unless I have done all the questions, I won't solve this question. This is very lengthy. You have to, first of all, you need to understand the concept of that differentiability, and you need to use the concept of differentiability in this particular question. I will not go with this question in the exam. Perhaps if you get sufficient time left, then I would say I would go for it. Otherwise, I am going to solve all the questions in all the sections before solving this one. This is a very tricky one. Now, this one. GP sir.
Find the time taken by him at the increased speed to reach the park home. Okay. Okay. Now, couple of things again. इसमें दो okay चलो लिखते हैं सवाल को एक बार. Okay. Rohit jogs from his home to nearby park at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour and reaches there in 1 hour. Okay. One day, a dog starts to chase him when he had covered half the distance, because of which he increased his speed and reached the park 15 minutes earlier. Find the time taken by him at the increased speed to reach the park from home. Okay. Now, choices check कर सकते हो क्या इसमें? Okay.
So, basically, he has already covered half the distance, so he has already traveled 30 minutes. The remaining distance he has to cover in 30 minutes. But instead of 30 minutes, he is finishing in 15 minutes only.
15 minutes. So, speed double हो गई है.
So, speed doubled. So, if he usually takes 1 hour, today he is going to take 30 minutes.
नहीं, at increased speed, find the time taken in minutes by him at the increased speed to ठीक है, at the increased speed ना, to reach the park from home.
Right. So again, this is not a question of
calculation. मेरे को थोड़ी सी confusion थी. इसमें जो है मेरे को लगा कि स्टूडेंट को कुछ कंफ्यूजन आ सकती है. इसमें 45 मार्क किया होगा लोगों ने काफी. चेक करोगे एक बार?
The accuracy is good. I think it's 75 to 80% in this.
फिर शायद कम हुआ है। then मेरे को गलत लगा है, because ऐसे क्वेश्चन में क्या होता है, many students would have said he's already traveled 30 minutes, balance distance 15 मिनट में किया है, तो 30 plus 15 45 होगा।
अगर इंक्रीज स्पीड वाला पार्ट मिस हो जाएगा तो वो 45 कर देगा।
हाँ, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ कि क्वेश्चन में लिखा हुआ है इंक्रीज स्पीड टू रीच द पार्क फ्रॉम होम, हायर स्पीड पे पार्क फ्रॉम होम, घर से पार्क कितना टाइम लगेगा, वो 15 मिनट होगा, सॉरी 30 मिनट्स होगा। अगर ये पार्ट मिस कर जाएगा इंक्रीज स्पीड, तो बोलेगा वो 45 मिनट। तो मेरे को लगा था कि सवाल में स्टूडेंट्स ने शायद गलती की होगी, बट आई एम हैप्पी अगर लोगों ने सवाल ढंग से पढ़ के ठीक कर लिया तो।
Now let's move to the next section. This section is done. The next section is LR. This. So LR has been very easy. There is no question that is less than 75.
Yeah, अगला पेपर थोड़ा मुश्किल करना होगा, ये ज्यादा आसान हो गया मुझे लगता है।
I think this has become very easy. People have scored very high in this.
For a 2-hour test, I think English or logical थोड़ा easy हो गया. In fact, this time to even Quant was easier than the last time, na?
And GB sir, in that question, Shashwita is saying that 48 people has chosen option B.
जो ये जो हम कहा रहे थे इंक्रीज स्पीड वाला,
yes.
मेरे को डाउट था, मेरे को था कि यार इसमें लोगों ने गलती की होगी, बिकॉज ये सवाल मिस हो, ऐसी गलतियां नॉर्मली होती है।
So this is the scenario of this. Now let's see the questions of last section. This is, I think, very easy. Nothing much to do in this one. This one, a standard question of the arrangement left to right things. So this is a standard question of syllogism. Next term in the sequence now. I think everyone got it right. Now the next one, again a circular arrangement. So I think in this paper, what exactly happened? This is statement and cause. So basically, I think what happened in this paper is that people solved quant very quickly, and they got sufficient time for LR and VA.
Mm-hmm.
So the accuracy of LR and VA also increased. So that's sir, what do you say?
सर इसमें तो कोई ऑर्डर फिक्स नहीं है ना कि पहले इनको यही सेक्शन करना है, पीपल कैन चूज।
देखो अभी तक जो है मेरे ख्याल से सैंपल पेपर आएगा तब पता चलेगा, हैव दे अनाउंस्ड इट ऑलरेडी?
No. Sample paper is until unless we have a sample paper, we don't.
There we don't know the sectional cutoff, sectional limit है कि नहीं है, अभी थोड़ा सा है। Shashwita is saying there will be sectional time limits.
Sectional time limit.
Okay. So next fall में we should do that.
So for sectional time limit there will be different time limit भी अलग अलग होगा ना quant में, because
Shashwita, Shashwita, what are the sectional time limits? Have they given that or as yet or no? Not specified. हाँ वही मेरे को लग रहा था कि कुछ तो मिसिंग है आना इनका। Okay. ठीक है, but hopefully sample paper के साथ they will explain it to us. देखो इसमें कोई खास था भी नहीं कुछ करने का, मैं वही देख रहा हूँ इसमें।
I think questions are very straightforward. I think this was actually a very easy mock. Everyone has done every question. So now I think, yes, next mock should be a little difficult because getting 40, a lot of people are getting 45. So yes, there might be some problem. Now this question, these kind of questions, whenever I solve, I tell people that always write the corresponding numbers to alphabets. A is 1, L is 12, E is 5, X is 24, and so on. And you are going to see the coding immediately if you are going to replace the alphabets with corresponding numbers. That's it. That's the only thing you need to do, and any type of question you can solve in less than a minute. Again, this is a simple question of ranking. This one, again, this is a verbal question.
हाँ, इसमें मीनिंग मालूम होना चाहिए. अगर मीनिंग नहीं मालूम तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते, छोड़ दो.
What you twist.
हाँ, तो अगर मालूम नहीं है पोडियाट्रिस्ट क्या करते हैं तो भैया प्लीज बेकार में पंगे मत लो. जस्ट लीव द क्वेश्चन, मूव ऑन.
Right. Now, again, this is calendar, and this is this. So this is what we had in the paper. So I think from our end we are done. So if someone has any doubt, you can definitely ask the doubts.
So someone is asking, Krishnan is asking, so is question 56 a round 2? Question 56 comes out as
question number 56. Just give me a moment. Let me see. Question number.
वो रहा होगा कोड्स वाला, मतलब
coding one. Yes, that's the coding one.
हाँ, कोडिंग डिकोडिंग वाला.
हाँ, कोडिंग डिकोडिंग. देखो, अगर मैं ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगा. शशांक, एक बार जस्ट इफ यू कैन जस्ट पुट अप दैट क्वेश्चन ऑन द स्क्रीन प्लीज.
Just give me a minute.
Now look at the choices इसमें. Before deciding round 1, round 2, देखो इसमें ये तो है कि थोड़ा काम करना होगा. But when you look at the first alphabet in the choices, चारों में B है. ठीक है? Is that giving a hint? कहीं पे अगर नहीं मिल रहा है, अगर चारों अलग होते, मैं कहता करने का चांस अच्छा है, because if I can understand the logic, फिर मैं eliminate कर सकता हूँ. So यहाँ पे elimination becomes a little difficult because all 4 of them are B. Similarly, if you look at choice, the last alphabet, all 3 out of 4 are T, 1 is X. यानी ये काम कराएगा थोड़ा सा. ठीक है? So when you look at the choices, it also gives you an idea whether it is going to be time consuming or not. Okay? So Alexander is coded as whatever it is. L K A becomes B. Okay, so shift of 1, I J K L M N. L to N is the shift of 2. Okay, and what will the code for A? Okay, actually ये सामने दिख रहा है मुझे. Alexander है और Antiguous है, तो एटलीस्ट ये तो दिख गया पहले कि A जो है B ही होगा, उसके बाद काम करना होगा. So yes, I will put it as round 2 only rather than round 1. मैं choices के साथ चलता हूँ इसमें, and I keep eliminating, एक अल्फाबेट करके चलता रहूंगा. I'll keep eliminating the choices. तो जैसे कि चारों का B आ गया. Next thing is RP, second alphabet. So N के लिए ये कह रहे हैं N O P. Next should be P. So BP and BP. तो 2 choice A और C निकल गई. Now look at the third alphabet. दोनों में third का W है. Fourth is L and M. So fourth alphabet पे आपको पता चलेगा. So that's a call you can take. Round 1 करना, round 2 करना, but always whether it is round 1 or round 2, it should be done with the help of, or let's say in conjunction with the choices.
Okay. So Noor is saying question number 44. Noor, I won't be solving question number 44 here. 44 is this one. The video solution is already there, so you can just go and watch the video solution of this one. And question number 38 to 40, the question you are talking about, that is a DI set. That might take a little while. So
no solution. The video solutions are given for all questions. Please go through them. उसके बाद भी आपको doubt होता है तो do connect with one of us. We'll help you out in that case.
So I will share my number. So if anyone has any doubt, you can just give me a call.
Hey, ठीक है. ठीक है. I think इसमें if there are any other questions, we'll pick them up. Otherwise, we should, I think, close the session. And जिस दिन CAT का इसका IIM Bangalore is going to come out with the sample paper. We'll try to do a session on the same day itself if possible. So then we'll probably have a good idea as to what is going to be the way forward for all of us. Okay. Okay. चलो ठीक है फिर. Let's close the session. Good night, guys and girls.
Okay.